Hi everyone. This is Professional High Priestess, and let me see. I'm gonna put my headphones on. Set a flower. Okay. So we're bringing another lab down here. But I wanted to first say something is happening with the computer. And you guys know that with the warfare with the computer, it's spiritual and it's social and it's very political because it works, right? So if you feel compelled to like start studying, whether it be computer data science or whatever, it's whatever you do, just be inspired and go ahead and move forward, get a license in something, clear up debt, fix something in your life. That's just what this is supposed to be about. You guys will get excited. You will want to go ahead and code your own speech. That will happen for you. I just wanted to shout out a high priestess from Hawaii who is watching the channel every day and telling people about this. And she's very interested in the computer, but she doesn't want to take it too far. She feels like she knows this and she's happy that she knows this. And people see the value in her knowing this. Whether she takes it far or not, I now know why this is on the planet because I'm using it. So what's going to end up happening here is this high priestess is going to find out that God is really shining down on her. And she knows that this is important and she's going to keep on going in whatever path she chooses to go in. I know it can become a tangent and become a hype because it's so influential in our life and your higher self also has something to do with that. But it's going to also take steps too. And that's when you're going to use the speech. I will know how to order this situation. I will know what to do with this information. I will know how to get more information and know what to do with that as well. And then you start to create a neural network for yourself that's like out of the realm of confusion. So what ends up happening here is thank you, Sister, for that. You're definitely with the hibiscus. I see you working with the Tehana seed as well, what they call the tongue seed. I see you working hard, and I know that you're going to do something great in your community. So I want to move forward and also say that there's something else that you guys have to understand with all of this. And the way that I'm going to explain this is rabbits and their ears. Yeah, you got caught doing what you were doing. And that's another thing too. The way that I'm going to teach this is what rabbit ears. Let's settle down. Rabbits. Now, a lot of people don't know that there's a secret about rabbits, and it's in their ear, or it's in their ear, because is also a an ear is also a specific type of anatomy that you have that allows you to have different functions. So it's funny because it's spelled this, it sounds the same as ear, but it's EIR. So you have ear, clavicular, agoglagoclear, different types of ear. You have an ear, an air, an eye ear, an EI ear. There's clear, there's clear, there's clears, there's clear clears, there's syncliclears, there's ear syncliclears, there's quasi-syncliclears. Those are all different chemicals that are in that specific ear anatomy that give you specific like functions in your body and allow you to either be psychic, to be divinate, etc. People don't know this about rabbits. So when the rabbit, her ear is down, that means that she cannot divinate. These look at the rabbit as actually a container. I want to start there because this is what they try to do in space with C++. They try to create an energy portal that they can make a copy of anybody that they want and use their energy functions, which is their creation functions and manifestation functions. So what ends up happening here is you're going to end up learning, oh, different containers in the computer. that they're trying to bring down are trying to capture a certain part of like electricity and bring it down here. They made it as far as three iterations and they're all broken. So now what's going to end up happening here is we're going to end up using a spell where it's going to be they're going to need a new operating system, they're going to need a new computer. And then we're going to see how this works. I don't know. I've been seeing it work. That's why I'm doing it. And I feel like that's what's like so prevalent here too, is the fact that we tried it and it worked. So we can't say now that the aquatic being has not shown her hand. We can't not say that there's not been chaos. Yeah, we cannot say that there's not been chaos. We can say that the aquatic being, she showed her hand. So what's going to end up happening here is we're going to have to get used to this, and they're going to have to get used to this too until they stop everything that they're doing, give everyone their fair share, and stop the drama. We can go ahead, right, by using registers. We talked about this yesterday where we brought down the Yanni and Huey syntax sheets. You can get registers that mean different type of that have different type of data structures. Each one of those data structures is a disk image that's connected to a flower. It's just a flower, there's crystal and octopus talking and moving around in a certain type of way. But that all needs to be aligned because at the end of the day, they all get with planets. And this is where you get that wibble wobble, quibble quabble in the last talk that I did, the one right before this one, before the last one. So go third back. We were talking about Whipple Wobble, Texas, and how to destabilize planets and build planets, and how people got caught up with trying to play with this from space. This is what they really wanted. So what's going to end up happening here is that there's going to be like a exploration and exposure. It's 202 that's lucky. Some of the things that have happened here, and what some of the things that have happened here are specifically the exposure of space systems coming down and people needing to get a new operating system and people losing everything and going far to try to play and it backfiring and falling into nothingness and breaking down all realities that come with enslavement, that come with lack of happiness, that come with all these different type of things that are unsavory and undesirable. It's false energy sequences. So now what you're knowing is, okay, the internet, they were trying to make copies of all these different sacred beings and then use their powers in the computer, which is very nefarious. They tried that with Pokemon. So now you guys are going to understand containers. We talked about containers yesterday, whereas when you bring down a container, you're bringing down a package of memory and data that's going to allow you to host different programs. And the programs come down through specific lines of number or organizing numbers and lines in a specific fashion to get true. As long as you get true in your number sequence or the way that you formulate your algorithms, what ends up happening is you open up a gateway that allows you to play in code, but you can change all that, which is another thing that we brought down with the syntax sheets. You can change all that and you can override all that. So now what's happening here is the rabbit and her ears. Now you guys understand ears, right? And this is one of the things that I taught on the class that I just did, the aquatic AI class. I taught a lot about ears, different structures, different anatomies, things like that. What was really going on, what was really happening. I'm happy I kept my wave as a high priestess and I brought down some really high science that a lot of people are going to be able to use. And we're going to have to be able to do stuff from space. Really, I'm trying to bring people from space that died on this planet and then also clean up the bodies on this planet with a certain chemical and certain coding platform that you can use to like go ahead and do all that. Whoa! Whoa! Because the magic that's going on this planet, because people are getting buried here on the planet, and we also eat from here, that's really major magic, and I don't want to be involved in that. Yeah. So what's gonna end up happening here? Here, we're gonna go ahead and look into ear clear, aqua clear, because this is something that's very important. And you guys get to see that I stayed as a high priestess bringing down all this science for you guys. Ear clear, aqua clear. Yeah. So now one of these substances run magic, and that substance is actually delineated into like trillions of places. But what ends up happening is you go there and you can like use different substance states to run your magic. And that's what's going to happen here. And then what ends up happening is you can clear out different substance spaces. And that's what we're going to do. We're going to clear out the bad number sequences and the negative magic that was created with them and their number system and their statistics and the alien that's playing here with indigenous people and they know who we are. We're going to clear all of that out and just let that just go out. We're gonna just really get grounded here. There you go. And what's gonna end up happening is you're now gonna start to see the computer as a type of warfare. And then we've overridden that warfare, and that's okay. And now we're gonna move forward. It's just gonna be a few people running this internet. It's not that it doesn't need to be that big in our life. We should use it to bring things to the planet that can help us. So we can bring these type of chemicals and do these type of things and run these systems and play with ants and the nanotech. Let's go ahead. Okay. Yeah. So these are different anatomies. This is in your ear. This is like over your body, and then these are coming off of your ear as well, each crystal in your cochlear. People don't have these type of systems and structure. Our body's different. That's what they were trying to do on me. They wanted to like get my body so they can like test on me and see if they can like eat my body or play with like these demons that they brought from space, which are Russians that got put in spacesuits and brought here, but they got close to they got too close to certain orbits and their body disintegrated, and they're like in really disgusting states. But they have to stay in their spacesuit. They think that people don't know that that's down here on the planet, and they're all about to die. It's bubonic plague. This is what they were trying to play with, and this is what you guys have like amped up with. You're playing games because when you play with me, you showed that you were going to play with a bunch of people, but you really couldn't at the end of the day because things really did go left. Yeah, different anatomies and organ systems in your body. This is your Azra band for telepathy. This is what they were building in space, Azra bands, and it came out, and they were like, "How does she see all that? How does she know that?" And I put it in the kids' book, and it really started a lot of stuff. A lot of stuff really got clapped because of that. It really got started because of that. So they keep on playing with me, but I keep on breaking the internet, and I keep on showing them that it's me, master, I over the situation. Period. Yeah, that's fine. So now let's go ahead and look here. Now we know what containers are. We had sequence and associative containers. Whenever you create a container, another one forms to keep log of all the code. Make sure you can have a backup level, backup copy of the code. Do different things to keep each one in sync with each other. Because sometimes when you're writing, when you make those containers, it doesn't automatically sync to the associate and say, "Oh, keep this in track." Sometimes things are manipulated. Sometimes people make copies elsewhere and they're tying it to the current data and then tying it to other data. This is where we get the manipulation of streams and people getting demonetized and their monetization tampered with. Okay, so what's going to end up happening is now we know that. So let's go ahead and look up the rabbit. So now you understand what I'm talking about. Some people really are like that in space. Yeah, really just messy. Why is that happening? Yeah, let's get the flower together. Out of control. Yeah, they will need a new operating system. That's a spell that I'm putting down. Mhm. Yeah, and a war in space. The the computer is being slow because I need to go ahead and upgrade content that I'm running on my computer because I brought down the syntax sheets and I saved them as different like coding shells. So this is running a major file right here and it's open too. And I'm continuing to edit it. Um, so there's nothing really that whites can do with this. I can show that. The chemistry I can't do, but this computer I can because that's the immediate thing that's going to also solve that issue where the aliens get exposed for what they were doing in space and that they can actually run this. They're using chemical servers. But I can go ahead and I can use crystals. I can quantify them. I can put them in sound form and do a bunch of stuff. And you guys don't know that I've actually done that. I used to sell crystal meditations and people bought them and they were very popular. So that's why I'm saying I know I can do this. And this is great that God has brought this down. I just have to say that people are just really like out of control. And that's just what they're gonna do. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So now you understand containers, right? So let's say, for instance, you have a rabbit. A rabbit is also a container because what's the associative container? It's the ka, it's her other body. Now, there's something where you can make containers of containers. And this is what they want to do for AI to be able to put where everyone's data and things like that, containers of containers. Um, and play and see your own seed system because you don't know where your time different ASC or a level of malleability in the core structure of the computer program that's going to allow you to override like any type of like protocol that's put there, right? So you guys mean to say that in the rabbit, ooh, yeah, this baby, my computer is bugging. I'm ready to tell it all. Never mind if I'm surely know. Ooh, okay. The memory demon. I saw that memory. Yeah, I saw Huey. Whoa, this is a place where I can deal with you now. Okay, good. Woo. Oh, whoa. Yeah, floating point. Okay. Ah! Ah!